that is true, but what's interesting to me, and I think everybody understands why you would want to get the kind of intelligence fast. Basically, everybody says at the moment of capture is when you really need to try to get information out of people. But take a look at the record again. The Bush administration only took 2 people in America, 2 terrorists, and handed them over to the military. And in those 2 cases, Al-Mari was one of them, and Padilla was the other. Al-Mari was held incommunicado for 6 years and never, by the military, never gave them a shred. I mean, it's just a myth to think that somehow the military is like Jack Bauer. They don't do those things.
Wait, hold on a second, Shane. It's a myth. My God, everything we found out about Al-Qaeda, we found out by capturing Al-Qaeda terrorists, and for the most part, we get information from intel. Look at KSM. The information that Khalid Sheikh Mohammed gave his interrogators, who were not FBI interrogators, helped us understand so much more about Al-Qaeda. That is a matter of fact.
But it's also true that if you take a look at how we got information about Al-Qaeda, we got it from people who cooperated with the FBI. Take a look. There's a famous suspect named Junior. His name is Al-Fadl. He told the United States everything that they learned about Al-Qaeda before 9/11, which was tremendous. He was on trial in the first World Trade Center bombing, and he became a cooperative informant. He's in the Witness Protection Program. He told them everything. I mean, he's been fantastic in IDing people down in Guantanamo. You know, it's just wrong to think that our legal system is not up to the job of trying terrorists. We have a very proud record here, and I'm not really sure why people conservative are not in favor of law and order.
Well, Jane, we're not talking again about trying terrorists, or at least I'm not concerned about
the
trial of terrorists. What I'm concerned about is obtaining the information.
Well,
and if you think, well, I mean, here's the problem. The problem is that you can go through what the CIA learned about Al-Qaeda, and a lot of that is still classified documentation. But you
can also
have
take
to
a look at what is available, and you can talk to people who've had clearances who've gone through this. Take, for instance, I mean, I don't, as a reporter, have clearances to see everything that they got at the CIA, but I can interview somebody like Jay Rockefeller, who was the chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, who's seen everything, and what he will say is they didn't get anything from these, you know, so-called enhanced interrogation techniques that they couldn't have gotten otherwise.
Oh, good
Lord. Now here we go.
Jay Rockefeller, the guy who sat through all of the briefings in late 2001 and 2002, and along with other Democrats that protested when suddenly it seemed safe out there again, saying, do whatever you have to do.
All right, how about Bob Mueller, who is the head of the FBI? He was asked, did we get anything that saved anybody's lives and stopped any attacks out of this program? Bob Mueller, is he a liberal Democrat? No. He's the head of the FBI, and he's nonpartisan. And what was his answer? No. You know, I mean, so there really is a lot of sort of political stuff going on here. It's not to say that maybe the military commissions are good for some kinds of cases. Intelligence is important to get. But really, the thing is, the case that triggered this was the Christmas Day bomb effort, and again, if you look at the facts here, they are getting cooperation from this fellow, and you know, you may not like the way they're getting it, but what Eric Holder would say is the reason that we're getting stuff out of him is because his family came over and is helping, and the CIA and the FBI worked together to bring his family over, and he's talking. He's talking a lot. And what they would argue is you don't get family members to help you when you're torturing the son. You know, I mean, it's so. You
Jane,
know,
we divergent this conversation.
Yeah, Jane, we need to have you back, and love to have you on set up here. We need to continue this conversation. It's an important conversation. It's not black and white, as we've said. This is not a black and white issue. It's something where sometimes FBI may be the best way to go. Sometimes it may be the interrogations with the CIA. Jane, thank you for being with us.
Glad to be with you.
I think